Hey there, this next poem is from an experimental series I've been working on for quite a while, actually. I got a whole manuscript of these things, and I add a few more here and there. Basically, it kind of harkens back to conversations I've had with a few different friends, trying to define the nature of poetry, trying to define what is and isn't a poem, and all the energy and all the work that goes into something like that, and the sheer stupidity of even having that conversation. Because, of course, as much as you define, it's always going to be beyond that. So the sort of the thematic idea to this was that I would take a noun, uh, eyeglasses, grasshoppers, virginity, Alexander the Great, just whatever whatever noun, and then I would use that as a metaphor for poetry, and I would substitute the word poetry for that, and then try and kind of get at things in some kind of double meaning. So this one's called virginity. Poetry refers to something you have not done. In this case, a kind of primal square dance, for which at least one partner is required. Poetry is just something you're born with, the loss of which is a big deal in most cultures, predating the suffragettes, when girls were prodded before their wedding nights to make sure they were still full of poetry, whole anthologies clamoring to get out. The word for poetry derives from the Latin for maiden, meaning someone with her hymen intact, the implication being that the loss of poetry will leave you forever broken, though obviously for our species to continue, many of us will have to sacrifice our verse. Long ago, poets were closer to the gods, and wore fine robes and drank wine all day. There were also stories of poets being sacrificed to spare their village from dragons or drought, like they could perform a kind of miracle just by existing, then not. When I was a kid, nuns assured me that the poet Mary never once became prose, though in statues she's smiling, always, like she knows something we don't. Oh, and a quick shout out to the fine people at Rattle for publishing the poem. Thank you very much.